Hey fellas, well, yesterday, the first first Nintendo Direct Partner Showcase of the Nintendo Direct Mini format streamed. There are gonna be more of this one, so don't worry if this one did not really float your boat. Personally, I'm fine with it, so I'm just gonna be going over what all was announced and keeping this brief, and also let people know right away that I actually don't really care that Sukuna wasn't included in the Western Direct, for that matter. I'm going against the grade. I know it's not popular opinion, but I think that's honestly to indicate they don't have a lot of confidence in that one. That one, especially given the release dates as well. Nocturne Hot's right before other titles of Cyberpunk 2077, so let's get this started. Okay, so first up, we have updates for the surprise Smash Cadence of Hyrule, oh, which updates it's featuring a host of new characters and entire new story chapters. Complete edition of the game will be out on October 23rd, which might go for that one when it launches, given how I thought demo was fun when I tried it, and it's gotten a little bit of a fandom to it, like the whole combination of being like an action adventure dungeon crawler and a rhythm game. You wouldn't think that it'd be crazy enough to work, but it did. Especially like taking the remix of the Gerudo Valley theme. It was featured in this trailer, so definitely going to be very eager to play the full version of the game. Now that it's going to be finally complete once it drops in October. Yeah. Next, we have Rogue Company, a competitive shooter from Hi-Rez Studios, and if I'm being totally honest, it's not really standing out at me too much. And again, I mentioned I don't play a whole lot of Battle Royale titles. The only ones I really play actively with those components are Ninja Law and Tetris 99. So I'm gonna be waiting to see how this one turns out. But given how Bleeding Edge came out earlier this year, and I've already kind of forgotten about it, so I didn't really build up to expectations. That is still the underlying danger anyone trying to get into this what's arguably the most competitive multiplayer market out there right now. And that's coming from someone who does not really actively play games in that subgenre. When there's things like Fortnite and PUBG and Warframe and Apex Legends and Paladins, or heck, even like the multiplayer in Star Wars Battlefront 2 and Splatoon 2, which I tend to be pretty active in, wherever I can be. So, again, we'll see how this one turns out. Okay, so there's also WWE2K Battlegrounds coming on September 18th. And so, I understand why they're doing this one, given how infamously and hilariously bad 2K20 it was last year, which actually caused the people in charge to outright cancel 2K21 in favor of this, which is going to be less of a simulation based and more of an arcade style wrestling spinoff. I already can tell that's got not only classic superstars Andre the Giant in there, but also more recent ones, so like The Undertaker and John Cena. And it's come from someone who's not the biggest wrestling fan, and I haven't even played every single wrestling game ever made. As I mentioned before, I could not really get the controls to work in NCW on Super NES Online, but hopefully it's all to be good, and that's also why I can still point to 2K20 as how I know what unfinished looks like, guys. Your accusations trying to claim generations that just don't work for me at all. So, yeah. And it looks like they saved the best for last, at least and my and others in this direct, I mean, not only we finally got an update on Shin Megami Tensei 5, which will be coming out worldwide next year around that same time frame. Also going to be getting an HD remaster of one of the best entries in the main series, is Shin Megami Tensei 3 Nocturne. Right, I mean, and that one's actually held up quite well over time. There's a reason why I included that series and Persona as my favorite Pokemon alternative in the response I made to Code Alchemy, since the whole dark, and gothic depiction of this concept is always something that's appealed to me. Again, the people behind Pokemon are not going to lose millions on every installment of franchise, as when this should fill that niche is quite ably. I mean, since, and also, Persona's not the one that's hogging the spotlight when, I emphasize it with part of the same visual universe. That would be analogous to suggesting that Hyrule Warriors is quote unquote hogging in the spotlight from the Breath of the Wild sequel, even though they're both technically part of the same franchise as in Zelda. So that's another argument that I'm not going to be taken too seriously. So anyway, that's what I gotta say for this one. If there are going to be more ones, just want to understand why they're doing it, because they're playing their first party cards pretty close to the chest. I mean, yes, I know that there are going to be more updates coming out for existing titles. That Paper Mario has come out and has been relatively well received. I mean, so far, I mean, and apart from the Crown Tundra and any other potential ones, like actually these rumors, that's all I'm gonna be classifying them as all rumors. They might be true and they might not. I definitely do not address anything until I have concrete information as I have here. So, whatever happens in August, I'll definitely be covering it then. I'll definitely see you all again soon.